Who's the best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European.
No, world. Best fighter
World.
in the world, yeah.
I think it's...
Brother, stop. I'm too Khabib.
Can we waiting for his...
Yeah. The discussion has been heating up for months, and many fans wondered when Oleksandr Usyk would finally respond. After becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion, supporters expected him to be furious when the Ring magazine placed him below Terence Crawford in their rankings. But instead of firing back or complaining, Usyk delivered a response that shocked everyone.
Who's the best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European.
No, world. Best fighter
World.
in the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not
No?
the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, number one, yeah?
Yeah.
He's an animal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so fucking good. He's so good. I mean, think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. And now he beat Dubois twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, like, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time. I really do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, where they were talking about the fight, and AJ was, Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him, and AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been because he's always moving. There's no rest with him.
No rest.
There's
no
like
time.
constant.
Yeah.
There's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
You're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements. There's no relaxation. There's no rounds off.
Yeah.
Everything is he's putting it on you and moving constantly. You know, like I always say, he's like a giant Lomachenko.
Got
and
it.
They were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Usyk didn't just accept the ranking. He admitted something that left fans speechless. When the Ring released its updated pound-for-pound list, Usyk, who had been sitting at number one after conquering the heavyweight division, saw himself move down to second place. Most fighters would have exploded on social media or accused the rankings of being biased. Usyk did the exact opposite. He celebrated the decision.
Usyk 2 times win. Yeah, I remember.
So will you admit that you are a great fighter now? An all-time great?
Definitely.
Yes,
Pound for pound, number one?
Who?
You?
Nah, he says
I
Crawford.
don't know.
He says Crawford all the time.
It's Terence Crawford,
Nah.
pound for pound, number one.
This major shift happened because of a moment that changed boxing history just days earlier. Terence "Bud" Crawford pulled off the unthinkable. He jumped up 2 weight divisions, ignored the critics, and challenged boxing's cash cow, Canelo Alvarez. Many said Crawford was too small and was taking on an impossible task.
Beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know.
But Crawford didn't just prove them wrong. He dominated Canelo from start to finish. With that performance, he became the first male fighter in the 4-belt era to become undisputed in 3 different weight classes. It was so impressive that the ranking committees had no choice but to elevate him over Usyk. Reporters rushed to get Usyk's reaction, hoping for a controversy or some kind of rivalry. Instead, Usyk stared into the camera and spoke with absolute honesty. He's the king, Usyk said, cutting the interviewer off. For me, the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter is Terence Crawford. I like him. He's an incredible boxer, very tough.
Do you care about being ranked in the pound for pound? Is that also a target, a dream?
For me, no. For me, doesn't matter. For me, pound for pound, number 1 is Terence Crawford. I like this man. It's a great fighter. He's a terrible, tough boxer. For me, I'm maybe number
2.
17.
You know, you're talking about greatness. Yeah, Muhammad Ali will go down and he'll always be the greatest. And let's talk about who's the best. And Oleksandr Usyk, his name is right up there, right? You don't become a 3-time undisputed world champion, do what he's done, jump through the weight divisions, beat everyone of that era. And that performance that he put in tonight was the best Oleksandr Usyk I've actually seen. I think that You got to put him up there, man. That was phenomenal. People talking about age, you know, was he showing signs of wear and tear after the 2 Fury fights? Well, he answered all those questions. He looked young, he looked fresh, and he made a potentially difficult fight easy.
Can I bring Dave in here?
Yeah,
Obviously, you're the heavyweight. Would he have beaten Muhammad Ali? Would he have beaten Evander Holyfield? Would he have beaten Lennox Lewis? Would he have beaten George Foreman?
It's very difficult to say, and I think very unfair. You know, obviously with time we've had, you know, there's been improvements in strength and conditioning, nutrition, all the rest of it. On different generations, you cannot compare, you know, and he will go down as one of the best of all time.
But does his skill set, I know all those things apart, does he belong in the conversation with those people?
Oh, of course. He belongs in the conversation with Sugar Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson. I put him in that bracket, I really do. Because it's 2025 and he's still active, it's difficult to do that. When you tend to appreciate things more when they're gone. So in 20 years' time, I think people will go, Usyk was as good as Robinson, as good as Leonard. But right now, it's a bit of a controversial thing to say. But I think he's in that.
There was no sarcasm, no bitterness, just pure respect. Usyk even doubled down. He told reporters that he doesn't see himself as number 2 at all. Maybe I'm number 17, he joked with his famous gap-toothed smile. It was classic Usyk, confident enough to downplay himself because he knows exactly how good he really is.
Terence, it's my friend, but it's crazy, man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence is different man. Terence work in two stойка.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right.
And
right.
Switch hitter.
Yes.
Switch
hitter. Yes.
Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart. But feel distance and plays.
Usyk went on to call Crawford a crazy man, meaning it as the highest form of praise. He admired Crawford's ability to switch styles, adjust mid-fight, and break down opponents with intelligence and precision.
You know, people gonna start talking about pound for pound,
well, right now,
greatest
look,
ever, all
pound
this
for
stuff.
pound right now.
Right now,
we got, for me, you got Usyk, you got Inoue, and you got Crawford. I got Usyk. I think he earned it by what he's done in the heavyweight division. You had Crawford number 2. You had Inoue. Now I got Crawford probably number 1. I mean, it's hard not to, but look, it's hard to to push aside Usyk too with everything he's done, unifying the heavyweight title twice for the first time in 25 years, beating bigger guys on their home turf. You know, you got to give Usyk something special too. But Crawford, he's very special. Easy 1, 2, and 3. They're right there. I know Inoue fights in the morning over in Japan, but I mean, either way, the 3 of them will merge together. You want to force me, put a gun to my head right now off of this? Yeah, Crawford. Hard to not say number 1 for Crawford. And I add one thing, from a trainer's point of view, putting my trainer's hat on, what you were talking about, you touched on it earlier. It should have been pretty obvious to Canelo's people that Crawford was going to use that reach advantage, the length advantage, and the jab. So what that means is, if I'm the trainer, the first thing I'm thinking is, what do I not want to happen? And I'll tell you what it is. I don't want to get dominated by the jab. I don't want him to control the outside with the jab. So what is the best way to nullify another guy who's got a better, longer... I get it. But what's the best way, if not to nullify it, to calm it down a little bit? Use your own jab.
Move your head, use your own jab.
But you take his jab away.
This mutual admiration is rooted in their shared mission to shatter the oldest saying in boxing. A good big man always beats a good little man.
You know, this little poor kid from Omaha, Nebraska set his sights out to be a world champion. I had to travel all across the world to go become world champion. You know, in one night, all his dreams came true. A fighter that they say can't sell or they lose money on, and they say don't have no personality. You know, it was a sense of me proving everybody wrong that think that I couldn't win. The bigger man always beat the smaller man. I said, everybody just listening to everybody. They just copy and pasting. And they just running with this narrative that the great big man always beat the great little man. We look at all these great fighters that moved up in weight, and it was smaller guys that went into bigger divisions and beat the bigger guy. I think that people just hear things and they just run with it and they don't do their research.
Many believe you're the best fighter.
Oh, no, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Oleksandr Usyk is too humble. He called Terence Crawford the great.
Both Crawford and Usyk have built their careers proving that skill, not size, determines greatness. Crawford's speech after beating Canelo echoed this perfectly. Still dripping with sweat, he spoke about growing up with nothing, about being dismissed by promoters and analysts, about being told he was too small or not marketable enough. He called out the lazy narratives that doubters recycled year after year.
Oleksandr, who is the best boxer from the UK?
In the UK, now, Tyson Fury.
The best from the USA?
Terence Crawford.
The best from Europe?
Daniel Lappin.
The best in the world?
Terence Crawford.
The best young and upcoming fighter?
Lappin. Daniel.
The best fight this year?
Fury Usyk.
And the best knockout of the year?
Usyk relates deeply to that struggle. He isn't a natural heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight who dared to face giants like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. When he looks at Crawford, he doesn't see a rival. He sees a reflection of himself, a master technician proving that intelligence and skill can conquer size. His comments calling Crawford the GOAT weren't him bowing down. They were a master recognizing another master. Fans flooded the internet praising Usyk as one of the most genuine champions in sport.
Tyson, don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone.
But while Usyk smiles for cameras, his rematch with Tyson Fury is looming, and their preparations couldn't be more different. Usyk appears relaxed, speaking openly with the media and offering respect to fellow fighters. Fury, meanwhile, has taken a much darker route.
Magazine here that Turkey Usyk has spoken to Tyson Fury and the Gypsy King is coming back.
Just finished a nice 12 rounds in the gym with the big Rickster, big fucking Tyson smashing the work, and Big Prince there, getting on, coming on strong, boys. How was that, Rick? Very, very good. 10 rounds of body sparring, 2 rounds of bags, putting it right in. Can't beat that, can we, today? Definitely not. Put the graft in. Good.
Reports from his training camp in Malta reveal that Fury has completely cut himself off from the world. He hasn't spoken to his wife or kids in over 3 months. He calls it total isolation, a sacrifice he believes he must make to regain the fire he lost after Usyk handed him his first defeat. It's an extreme approach, especially for someone who has battled mental health issues in the past. Fury believes he must strip away all comfort and connection to return to his most dangerous form.
Fury just needs boxing, man. Like, when he says, I'm leaving boxing because I've been robbed, it's like a little boy telling his mother when he's in a huff, he's running away from home. We know you'll be back. Because as much as boxing needs Tyson Fury, and we do, don't get me wrong, I think he's great for the sport as much as he's a fucking difficult character and he's always holding things up and he never seems to play the way the fans want him to play. He does everything his own way. Tyson Fury needs boxing more than boxing needs him. And that's saying a lot because he's one of the biggest stars in boxing by a mile. Like, as much as I criticize him, I can't deny what he is. He has dominated the boxing headlines since he came back for the trilogy against Deontay Wilder. He has been one of the faces of the game. But the reason I really believe he needs boxing even more than boxing needs him is that Netflix documentary and many, many other clips I've watched of him over the years. Yes, he's got all the money in the world. Yes, he's got a lovely family and everything a man could want. But I think he struggles to be happy when he's not in boxing. I think he struggles to be happy in ordinary, everyday life. And this is something that a lot of boxers have struggled with, but when you've had the highs that Tyson Fury has had, ordinary life must just feel like, what a low. When you're an up and down, like, bipolar character. And those endorphins that you get from training, the excitement from competing, and also the ego stroking, which I think he fucking loves the attention.
Usyk, on the other hand, draws strength from the people around him. He lights up when he talks about his daughter Maria learning to walk. That joy becomes his fuel. It raises a compelling question. What truly makes a fighter dangerous? Is it the man who isolates himself in darkness, fueled by obsession? Or the man who can appreciate life's joy, show respect for others, and still dissect an opponent with surgical precision?
I mean, what this guy's done, an amateur middleweight, going up to win everything is in the unpaid ranks, Olympic gold medal, and then, wow, stunning statements after stunning statements in the heavyweight division. It's just phenomenal.
Well, what more can he do? Because honestly, he's clocked the game, as they say. He's done it at cruiserweight, and now he's fought the best at heavyweight, and he's beat everybody. What more can he do?
He doesn't have to do anything else. I said this about Katie Taylor last week. Both of them have done unbelievable things in their sporting career, but they've also done unbelievable things for their nation.
I'm not gonna judge Crawford over his last performance from Canelo, because there was, I don't care what a person say, they could say that Canelo's washed up, they say this, they say past his prime, yada yada yada. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at how he executed the plan and how he neutralized the threat. So he did a phenomenal job with that. Bowman came up with a great game plan for that. I really believe that Janibek can get outboxed. I think he's going to get outboxed. He goes into 160. It's all going to determine on how he look against Lara. Because Lara is a crafty southpaw. And remember, I said this to you before with William Skull and Canelo. I said if he struggles against William Skull and he boxes him, it's going to just keep the blueprint solid for Crawford. So it's one of those things. So Crawford is a nice southpaw. He's solid. He knows how to utilize a lot of things. And it's like little details that maybe some of the casuals don't see, like how he positioned his foot, how he made Canelo smother his shots and still gave Canelo better exchanges in the inside. There was a lot of high caliber. Like you can tell why he deserves to be in that stage. But I got him boxing Janibek, and then after that, just walk away.
Fans seem to have chosen their answer. Online discussions overwhelmingly support Usyk's reaction to his ranking drop. Many now call him the people's champion. They say real kings don't need a magazine to validate them. By acknowledging Crawford's greatness, Usyk showed that he values honesty and the sport's integrity over ego. And ironically, that humility has only increased his popularity. We are living in a golden era. Terence Crawford, who just achieved the impossible, and Oleksandr Usyk, the heavyweight genius who applauds him for it.
Both fighters. Let's start with Terence Crawford. Where does he go? He's just stepped up to 168 pound and beat quite conclusively Canelo Alvarez there. And there's no one really now at super middleweight for him to test. Benavidez, he's gone up to light heavyweight. There's no one really in there. We saw Skull against Canelo, and Skull was quite slow and couldn't do much. I know Canelo stood off and didn't really stick it on him, but Skull showed no ambition. It's not a fight I want to see. I think really the only fight for both of these guys, Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, is the rematch. Because where does Canelo go from here now? He's got a guy stepping up from welterweight, serving him up a bit of a whooping, because that's what it was. And now he's got, like, where does he go? He can't really compete up at light heavyweight because Bivol's done him. Benavidez has gone up to there now, and I don't think that's a fight he's going to fancy. I feel like a lot of people are saying he swerved that Benavidez fight, so I don't think he's going to want to go up to light heavyweight and fight him. So it's like the only sensible option, or the only real option, is the rematch. And that's the same for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's now 168 pound. Who does he fight? Who does he go for next? It's difficult. There's no other real big names. I mean, there's a kid in England called Hamza Shiraz who's tapping on the door for something big.
But don't let the humility fool you. Usyk's ability to check his ego outside the ring hints at a frightening level of mental discipline. He doesn't need to declare himself number one. He only needs to prove it when the bell rings. As we move toward the Fury rematch, the stakes are massive. If Usyk defeats the Giant again, he proves you don't need to be a villain to be feared. You can be second on a list, yet first in the history books. And for a man who jokes he's number 17, that's a pretty powerful place to stand. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss future uploads. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's really number one? We'll see you in the next video.